Hey ladies, I'm going to show you a workout that's going to help you get a snatched waist like my clients over here. Let's get straight to it.
So for that snatched waist, we're going to be training our back muscles, and it's one of my favorites because it's a super simple workout, but you get great results. And the first one we're doing is the machine assisted pull-ups. So we're going to pop this down, and this is the only machine in the gym where you add more weight. It actually makes it easier because it counterbalances you. We'll make sure our grips are going to be facing this way, palms facing forward, and instead of the narrow grip. Make sure you squeeze your bum. You want to make sure everything's nice and tight. And now we're going to get into the motion. So for this one here, we're going to be doing 3 sets, 8 to 10 reps. We're going to start from the top. We're going to control 3 seconds the way down. Nice deep stretch and hold the top right here where you get the best contractions for your lats. To do this, you want to make sure you're pulling your elbows into the ground and holding the top for at least 1 second, getting that full deep stretch at the bottom. And as you can see, this is the next angle. We're keeping that chest nice and tall, controlling on the way down and pulling the elbows into the ground. Honestly, this is a great confidence builder to also teach you how to do pull-ups. But make sure we're going to do this correctly. And this is how you do it wrong. Don't keep your chin towards your chest and don't round over at the top here. This is going to cause a lot of neck tension. That's why we want to keep the chest nice and tall, deep stretch and pull through. And once again, elbows into the ground. Those are going to be your favorite cues. You want to rest somewhere between 90 seconds because that's a tough exercise. Now, exercise number 2, we're keeping with the same patterns. This is going to be your wide grip lat pull down. And as you can see, very similar in terms of how you do this exercise, but we're going to teach you how to set it up because if you set it up wrong, you're doing shit wrong. So the first thing we're going to do is set this knee pad to be the correct height. And you know this is going to be correct in the next scene that I'm going to show you. So over here you can see it's not even touching my legs. My knees are actually directly underneath the padding. That's not what we want. You're going to go flying off into the other side of the gym. We want to make sure it makes contact with our legs, but that's still incorrect. We actually want to get you all the way in so your hips are making contact. This is going to help you with your pulling action. Now watch how I actually set up my hand grip. You can see the groove in the barbells. We're going to make sure we're going to have our hands on those grooves of that handle and we're pulling downwards. Now the pulling motions are actually going to be very similar to those pull downs like I showed you previously. And this is how we do it wrong. And I know you're doing it wrong because I see it happen all the time, ladies. You're pulling that bar all the way down to your belly button and you're looking like an absolute wally. So we want to get ourselves all the way in, slight lean back and touch the top of our chest, control the way up. We're pulling as fast as we can on the way down, obviously, and we're going to hold it for 1 second, 3 seconds on the way up. Now you can see how I'm kind of moving forwards and backwards. I've definitely done this in slow-mo so you can get the groove of this. But what we're going to do is actually lean back, pull down, hold, and then push forwards to get a nice deep stretch. And that's going to be our wide grip lat pull down. We're going to be aiming for 3 sets, 8 to 10 reps and going as hard as you can, resting 90 seconds between each set. Alrighty tidy, let's get into our next exercise, single arm cable rows, one of my favorites. We're going to be showing you how to set this up, but this is what it looks like. Find a cable machine, cable cage, whatever you might have. I'm sure you can find something. You might have to pull up a bench. Change your handles. We're using a single D handle like I'm showing you right now. Clip it on, pop, and let's get ready. So this is what the motion looks like, and there's a pattern to this because the next exercise is going to look very similar. We're pulling this handle all the way into the bottom of our ribs to the top of our hips. We're having a nice deep stretch moving forward and pulling through. Same tempo, holding it for 1 second, 3 seconds on the way in. And this one here, we're actually going to be aiming for 4 sets, 8 to 10 reps before we go into our next exercise. And that is going to be our 1 arm dumbbell row for those nice lats, going to be helping you get that snatched waist. So here is the 1 arm dumbbell row. We're going to show you how to set this up, but first let's show you how not to do this. Can you see how the dumbbell is coming all the way up to my chest and my nipples? Yeah, we don't want that. We want to pull it all the way into the top of our hips and the bottom of our ribs, just like we were doing those cables like I showed you before. I am trying to teach you things in patterns, as you can see for today's workout. So here we're going to do is show you how to set this up. Grab a bench, knees are going to be in line, wrist is going to be underneath your shoulder, back is going to be nice and flat, push our hips back, and we're going to just row through, holding and squeezing for at least 1 second, now getting that nice stretch into the bottom. Like I said, this one here is going to be for 4 sets, 8 reps on each side, pushing as hard as you can, resting about 90 seconds between each one. And now you've completed the snatched waist workout. I'm going to show you how to tone up your arms in the next video, so I'll see you then.